Happy day 2 of Advent, friends. How are you? I hope well. Yeah, if you didn't get to watch yesterday, make sure you go back and watch. We made this cute little, see if I can get it. There we go. Painting, or ornament, I should say. So this was day 1, the Advent candle. Or you could have colored in your design, or you could have colored on your calendar, or even on your blank calendar. Hopefully lots of friends can join us. Let me make sure I go over and share that this is happening. If you guys can share as well, that would be really helpful. Share that we're live. Hey, Zach, so fun you're over on Instagram today. Oops, gotta mute that. All right, we're on to day 2. I can't believe it. So quickly. All right. Day 2 already. Yeah, so moving a little slow over there on Instagram. I can see myself, but hopefully you guys can see me okay. Still finishing up sharing this. Just got to share it to the groups. All righty. There we go. All right. So exciting to be here. All right. We will move comments to stage. Hope everybody can join us today. But if you can't, the replay is always available. I'm sorry. I look a little stuttery over there on Instagram. But yay. Okay. Looks like everything's working. So yeah, so I showed you yesterday's. Today on our calendar is, what is that, friends? Do you know? It's a poinsettia. And then we also have our Bible verse. So let's see, I'm going to pull up. Well, I can share the website. Let me do that. Share screen. All right, where are you? Hopefully it's showing up. Not seeing it on the share screen. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Hopefully it'll work. We'll find out, right? Hey, look at that. There we are. All right. Okay. So today we're reading the next part in our passage in Matthew. So you can read along. We're starting at 17. So Matthew 1, 17 to 25. All right. So all the generations from Abraham to David were 14 generations, and from David to the deportation to Babylon, 14, and from the deportation to the Christ child, 14 generations. So crazy. Now, the birth of Jesus Christ took place in this way. When his mother Mary had been betrothed to Joseph, before they came together, she was found to be with child from the Holy Spirit. And her husband Joseph, being a just man and unwilling to put her to shame, resolved to divorce her quietly. But as he considered these things, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, son of David, do not fear to take Mary as your wife, for that which is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will bear a son, and you will call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from all their sins. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord has spoken by the prophet. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke from sleep, he did as the angel of the Lord commanded him. He took his wife, but knew her not until she had given birth to a son, and he called his name Jesus. All right. Thank you, Terry. That's right. It's a poinsettia today. Hi, Terry. Okay, so we just read the next part of the Christmas story, and on Little Bible Plan, she recommends have hot cocoa. Well, I didn't bring it down, but I'll have to have it after our live. So, thank you, Zach, for sharing it with them. I see you said you shared it with Danielle Wicks and Deb Flores. I really appreciate you, friend. Yeah, so that was what the little thing was today. Yesterday was decorate for Christmas, and today is have hot cocoa. So if you haven't had a chance yet, I'm going to show you the advent calendar. You can still purchase your advent calendar all month long. It's on sale in my Etsy shop. So I always get this backwards. The QR code's right up there. We're going to switch cameras here. Go down to the table. All right. So this is the little Bible plan from Little Faith blog. And then the advent calendar, when you buy it, you get 3 pages. You get the coloring page, you get the prompt sheet, and you get a blank one if you want to make your own. And then this was some holiday advent fun ideas. And this says make paper snowflakes. So I watched several holiday movies yesterday. I was watching my adopted granddaughter, and while she was sleeping on me, I watched some holiday videos. Forrest Frank at all? He is a wonderful, newish, faith-based Christian artist. Yes. Oh, no, I haven't. I will have to go check that out, Terry. Thanks for the suggestion. I don't know him. So we can make some paper snowflakes today if you want. Drink some hot cocoa and work on your advent calendar. So I thought today would be fun to do a mixed media version of a poinsettia. So you're asking, how do we do that? So yeah, so here kind of is the poinsettia. You can use that as a reference. You could also use carbon paper and trace it if you want. I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger. So yeah, so we're just going to kind of sketch it out so I know where to put. So it doesn't have to be a perfect sketch. And poinsettias, yeah, they have like the center with some little berry kind of things. And then just a bunch of different size leaves around. So yeah. So I'm doing the big leaves first. They're not perfect, but we will just fill them in. We're going to fill them in with paper. Yeah. So mixed media. So, all right. I think I need another leaf over here. So I've got a bunch of paper here. Oops, I meant to put that on the background. I'm so silly. Should have drew the, I guess we can stick it around it. Should have drawn, well, we won't. Yeah, we will just kind of create as we go. I have a whole bunch of scrap paper here, and we're not going to make this perfect. We're just kind of, like, oh, this could be a leaf over here. If I make it a little smaller, that could be that leaf. So remember, this is not looking for perfection. We're just looking to create right now. So there's one leaf. All right, we got that kind of paper. We got all kinds of paper here. Another way of doing it is you could take the paper and kind of draw the leaf on there yourself. And draw it in the corner here. There we go. And sketching it on here was just to give myself an idea. It doesn't have to be exactly that sketch. And same goes for you guys. Like leaf shapes are kind of like this weird elliptical shape. Oh, I like this one over here. All right, we've got some red going on here. Some more red and more green. So, yeah. I'm going to do this again, a smaller one down here. So, like the other one, I just kind of drew it on here to help me cut it out. And then we're just kind of playing with them to see where we like them. Do another one of these. So I'll stick it in here. Use this paper up. That one's a little bigger. So yeah, they're in the leaves. That's just kind of how a poinsettia works. They're all kinds of different sizes. Yeah. So I can stick this guy down here. All right. Or we can stick them maybe over here. I don't know. Move them around. We can do this guy here and this guy over here. And that's all we're going to do is just kind of draw different leaf shapes on paper, cut them out, and glue them down. I want to do another one of these. How about we make it right here? Try to use my paper strategically. I like the way this paper rips. You're probably like, why is she just ripping that one and not the other ones? Because I just like the way it rips. I guess this one will be better there. And then I need a big, big leaf for that other spot. Oh no, I have a different red I can use. Here we go. We'll use this one. Well, I'm not looking for perfection because that's kind of like mixed media, like doing something like this. I like to kind of make it messy. Let things just kind of flow. That kind of thing. All right. Not a lot of green in there, but maybe I have something over here with green on it. This little scrap pack here. Or maybe not. We have some blue. Lots and lots of blue. Not sure if I'm seeing any green here. This might be a fun leaf. Add in one more little leaf with this, I think. This is from my art class down at the Art Alliance in Bellefonte. These scraps. That was a lot of fun, that art journaling class. Alrighty. There we go. And I'll need something to make our little dots here in the middle, I think. But we'll figure that out as we're going. All right, so we got all those pieces. Oh, look up Your Ways Better and Listen Later. This might be a fun project for these old shaped wrapping paper scraps. Oh, yes, totally. I really never considered that the poinsettia flower petals are all leaf shaped. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? All right, so we are going to then make our background. Maybe this piece. Yep, there we go. Let's stick him underneath. And this piece, maybe I'll fill in that gap, right? Not quite. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Or I'll just leave that out. Yeah, let's do that. We will rip a little bit down the side here, kind of give it this torn paper look. And then we'll build on top of this. All right, so this is where, oh, I found some more paper. More holiday paper I could use if I want. Right underneath my advent calendar. I found all this Christmas paper that my friend Trish gave to me. Ooh, you can make a leaf out of that, or a leaf out of this green. This one's a fun one. I like this one. Right. So we could use another green leaf right there. Yeah, it's crazy that poinsettia petals, they're just different colors. The leaves and the petals are just different colors. So, all right, let's get out. So you're gonna want something, some kind of decoupage stuff. And then, where did my glue brushes go? They're here somewhere. So brush, I always mark mine with tape on the end. So I know that is my glue paintbrush. Let me get some on the back here. So that initial sketch we're covering over anyways, but that's okay. You can use a bigger brush too to fill the rest of the piece. This is the biggest one. The rest of them won't be this big. But you don't have to just use paper. You can use markers. You can use paint. You can use brush pens. You can, all kinds of mixed media means exactly that. You mix up your mediums. And you use all kinds of different mediums to get the effect that you want. So, my kids have a snow day today. How's the weather where you are? Oh, looks like I need to pull a little more off over here. Uh-oh. I just spilled glue on myself. Silly me. Oh boy. Not a lot, but just enough all over. Oh well. All right. At least it wasn't the big bottle. All right. All right. So we already cut out a bunch of our leaves here of our different papers. And then you just kind of play with them, figure out where you want to lay them, how they might look nice. I feel like we could use some more red under there, right? Or I squish them a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Squish them together a little more. This green leaf feels like huge. Make it into a smaller one here. Maybe I'll use this one. There we go. Now it doesn't feel as overwhelming, right? we go. Sort of. Maybe I'll take that out. Yes, too many green leaves. I don't know. And this is where you just kind of play with it until you figure out what you'd like. I think I need another one of these. Yeah. I didn't rip that very well. Ah! Oh boy. The funky leaf, but once we layer it, it won't be a big deal. Right? Let me stick this guy over here. There we go. Okay. It's different, right? Aw. Oh, Zach joined us over here. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for your compliments. You found a large poinsettia? That's awesome. Sorry that wasn't centered for my friends over on Instagram. But sorry about that. All right. Now we have a general idea of what we're doing here. And work that all out. I think we'll put this guy down first. And then the thing with decoupage, you can put right back on top, or you can wait until you get them all down. I'm going to do this one since it was sticking up a little. Same with this guy, probably. No worries on the spelling. I can't spell it either, Zach, so it's all good. All good. So glad to have so many friends on here today. So good to see you all. Over on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't gotten your calendar yet, it is up in the left-hand corner. There's a QR code, and you could go, or you can go to Mount Nittany Creations at Etsy and order online. And it's on 25% off right now, so make sure you get in there while you can and get that sale. Some of the old paint from this guy is coming off. That's okay. It's part of the appeal. It was just a piece of paper that got some chalk or paint or something on it. So yeah, love for you to join my Facebook group. Bye, hun. Have a good day. My husband's heading off to work. You're back and forth. Well, that's great, Zach. I need you in both places, sending all the love, right? Now, we got a couple more red ones that we can add in here. And like I'm doing it right on here because I'm okay that it's messy. So it's part of the nature of doing mixed media, in my opinion, is that it can be a little more abstract, a little more messy. My paint, my glue is red now from that one, the paper with the black paper. That's okay. I can rinse my brush off. I need a paper towel. Oh, you found colored cardstock? That is awesome, Zach. Thanks, Terry, for saying goodbye to Jeff. I know he's been working at home, but now he's going to go in with the schools closed and stuff. Other staff members with kids, have to be home and stuff, or different things going on. So, but he's going in now. So I guess everybody's heading in now that the roads are a little more clear. This pretty paper was from a friend of mine at our art class in the Art Alliance. I'll give a little space there for the middle. Right. Bye, Terry. Oh, I don't think Terry's leaving. I think she was saying goodbye to Jeff. But if not, bye, Terry, if you are leaving. We'll see you tomorrow. Right? All right. So then we can maybe take, I don't know, I guess do a circle. Ooh, this one would be fun, this paper. I like those spots in it. So let's see. How am I going to do this? I think I want to cut out. This will be kind of the berries at the center of our flower. There we go. That's different. There we go. Now, the decoupage on the whole thing. Seal it up. And that will stop the black paper from shedding anymore. But it is on the edge of this one, which is fine. So I'm just decoupaging the whole thing. That seals it up. And it should dry clear other than what I got up from this red paper here. That won't dry clearly, but that's okay. All right. There's that. I'm glad you're not leaving yet, friend. So glad you're not leaving yet. All right. So that's got to dry here. I'm using my heat tool. Hopefully. Oh. Smoothing out some of the bigger clumps. There we go. Okay. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, before I forget and before you ladies disappear, I am so I promised I would share. So here is the one mold. This is the bigger one of the two that we had yesterday. So that's this frame. As you see, I missed a little bit, and that's what happens. That's okay. But here's the one I made yesterday. Much better version. So that is from this shop, which is AVA Art Supplies, and they have it on sale right now for $1.40. And then I will share the other one with you guys so I don't forget. So here's the other one. And then this is from Tiny House Molds. And that's my one that makes these little guys. So Tiny House Molds, and then AVA Art Supplies. All right, so those are the molds. Tiny House Molds, and then AVA Art Supplies were the two places that I got them off of. It should be AVA, sorry, not VA, but AVA Art Supplies. You're welcome, Zach. You're very welcome. All right. So this is dry now. So this is where one thing that I got, I'm really excited about is I've wanted one of these. So we will put December 2nd down and we're going to try this out. I'll try it on my scrap paper first. So I like that this is here. So I know which way is front and back. All right. Let's see. There it is. Yay. December 2nd, 2025. All right. So we'll stick that on here. Look at that. How fun is that? We Are Makers. I think I just got it at Michael's or something like that. Or no. Hobby Lobby. Yeah. So then we can take, what color should we do? We should do, here is a Posca pink pen. So we will kind of, I don't know, decorate our leaves a little. Right? Doesn't have to be perfect. Just gives it a little bit different feel. Now this is paint right inside a pen. I like Posca pens. There's all kinds. Let's see. King Art has some. And then I also have, this is the Walmart one, Hello Hobby. And this is in the kids section. I really like them. They also had these at Walmart. These are the Royal Long Nickel pens. These are really great too. These were in like near the kids section too. I'm trying to think. Then there's also, I also have Arteza. They're all the different brands. This is this one, and Grabby. Those have hard tips. King Art, these are both hard tips. King Art ones and Posca ones, they're all hard tips. And then I have some old school paint pens from Sharpie. This is oil based, so you just have to be careful because these other ones are acrylic. I'm trying to think. I think that's all the brands I have. Oh no, painter's pens. So all of them I enjoy. I don't think there's one that I have found that I don't like. I like all of these that I just shared. So and then the middle just has some red berries too. That I'll just add in here. Maybe they can be closer together. So now we will go in and add green lines. So this one is spearmint green. You can use that, sure. This one's really big. So some of the ones I have are extremely fine and some are really thick like this. So just giving it some lines gives it a little something something, right? Get what on Amazon, Zach? You can the paint markers, yeah, pretty much all Amazon channels, yes. Amazon channels. No, all of Amazon. I think they have Arteza, they have Posca, definitely. I think they have Grabby as well, and King Art. They have all those brands. So the Grabby are good for an inexpensive brand. If you were just starting out and you just want to give it a try, Posca and Arteza are going to be more expensive. And then obviously the Walmart pens you cannot get on Amazon. But you can get some of these too, like the more classic Sharpie ones and stuff, and Arteza you can, and Posca you can also get at your local craft store. So yeah, I was just gonna put my initials down here. Let's see, I'm not quite sure what else to do. Maybe should we draw a leaf here? Well, we'll make our own leaf, right? Add another little layer. And then I can use a different color green to fill that in. Because that's what I think of poinsettia. Lots and lots of leaves, lots and lots of shapes, reds and greens. I really enjoy poinsettias. So, hey, there we go. So we'll find a different green to fill the lines in on these. And always remember to have a scrap piece of paper handy so that you can, especially when it comes to pens like this, you have to mix up the paint and stuff. As you can see, it's coming inside. It needs to be mixed up. It has like a little thing inside that helps mix it up. Putting some lines on our leaves here. Give it the feel. And there you have it, friends. I think maybe I'll add, why not, some green dots up here too. I don't know, because I can. All right, I kind of like that. Mine, I don't know if I like how that turned out, but oh well. There we go, friends. Yes, Michael's has Posca, Terry, you're right. And they have good coupons this time of year. Yes, I would. Oh, you clicked yourself into the ether. Yes, Terry, I agree. There probably is oval frame molds. There's all kinds of molds because resin is extremely popular. So there's all kinds of molds on Etsy. So yeah, so there you go, friends. So today, day 2 was on our advent calendar was poinsettia. So I just made a mixed media poinsettia there, mostly with craft paper. So that was fun. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. I like that idea, Terry. Oh, add some glitter. I will maybe go back and do that. I like that idea. Good call. Yeah. So have you heard of Tombow? Yes. Yes. Tombow. I used Tombow yesterday. And I believe they have paint markers too. The ones I had used yesterday were brush pens. I don't know if you remember that. But that's what I used yesterday, Zach. So yes, I know Tombow. And that's also, they're great markers, and I love them, but they're also expensive. So I want to make art accessible to people. So this was all scrap paper I had laying around. And then Aleene's is good. There's also Decoupage, the other brand. And then, but you certainly, I was sharing all kinds of different pens so that you guys can make a choice. I haven't found a paint marker. Well, I did find one. I think it was King Art. They're watercolor ones, and I don't like those. But so far, that's the only markers I have found that I don't like. So yeah. Yeah, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we will be live again at 1. And depending on the weather and stuff, either I'll be here or I'll be pre-recorded. I don't know. We'll have to see what tomorrow brings. It's usually my day to watch my adopted grandbabies. So, but if there's snow and stuff, that will be forgone. Ooh, glitter gel pens. That's a fun one. Yes, those are great, Zach. I love glitter gel pens too. Just be careful when you paint. Make sure everything's dry before you use them. The glue and the paint and everything, or it'll clog your gel pens. I've learned that one the hard way. But yeah, all right, friends. I will see you guys tomorrow. We will be doing a project involving a Christmas tree. So if I'm going to do it in our Zine tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to do our project in the Zine. So if you haven't gotten your Zine yet or your advent calendar, head over to, I keep doing that, my Etsy shop. So the QR code is right up there in the left-hand part of your screen. And yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.